The year 2020. Got this puzzle at a thrift store, $2.99. I thought, 2020, and I've had the puzzle for about 3 or 4 years now, and I just decided to work on it within the past month. I posted a couple of pictures while it was in process, and as I was working through it and putting it together, just kept reflecting back to all that happened during 2020. And whenever I finished it, the irony of the fact that it is not a finished puzzle just kind of, I had an aha moment. And I'm going to let y'all look and see if you can determine where the not finished part of it is. But while you're looking, I'm going to be reading Luke chapter 15. The whole chapter. Now all the tax collectors and sinners drew near to him to hear him, being Jesus. But the Pharisees and scribes murmured, saying, "This man receives sinners and eats with them." So he told them this parable, saying, "What man among you, having 100 sheep, and losing one of them, does not leave the 99 in the wilderness to go after the one which is lost until he finds it? And when he has found it, he places it on his shoulders, rejoicing. Then when he comes home, he calls together his friends and neighbors, saying to them, 'Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep which was lost.' Likewise, I tell you, there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous men who need no repentance." And that's 1-7. This puzzle is a 1,000 piece puzzle. And the similarity between this parable of the lost sheep, where he left the 99 to find the one because he had 100. This is a 1,000 piece puzzle, and there's one piece right here in this little area that's missing. One piece. Verse 8. Or what woman, having 10 silver coins and losing one, does not light a candle and sweep the house and search diligently until she finds it? And when she has found it, she calls together her friends and neighbors, saying, "Rejoice with me, for I have found the coin which I had lost." Likewise, I tell you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner who repents. And when I got all this puzzle put together, and that one piece was missing, I went in every room that I had this puzzle spread out in, or I had separated the pieces to be able to put it together, and I looked under everything. I picked up everything. I moved everything, trying to search for that one little piece right there, because it's not a complete picture, because that one piece is missing. And we have the parable of the prodigal son starting in 11. Then he said, Jesus, "A man had 2 sons. The younger of them said to his father, 'Father, give me the share of the property that falls to me.' So he divided his estate between them. Not many days later, the younger son gathered everything together and journeyed to a distant country, and there squandered his possessions in prodigal living. When he had spent everything, there came a severe famine in that country, and he began to be in want. So he went and hired himself to a citizen of that country, who sent him into his fields to feed swine," or pigs. "He would gladly have filled his stomach with the husk that the swine were eating, but no one gave him any. When he came to himself, he said, 'How many of my father's hired servants have an abundance of bread, and here I am perishing with hunger? I will arise and go to my father, and I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants. So he arose and came to his father. But while he was yet far away, his father saw him and was moved with compassion, and ran and embraced his neck and kissed him. The son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. But the father said to his servants, Bring out the best robe and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand and shoes on his feet. Bring here the fattened calf and kill it, and let us eat and be merry. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. So they began to be merry. Now his older son was in the field. As he came and drew near the house, he heard music and dancing. So he called one of the servants and asked what this meant. He said to him, Your brother has come, and your father has killed the fattened calf, because he has received him safe and sound. He was angry and would not go in. Therefore his father came out and entreated him. But he answered his father, Look, these many years have I served you. Not have I ever transgressed your commands, yet never have you given me a goat so that I might be merry with my friends. But when this son of yours came, who has devoured your living with harlots, you killed the fattened calf for him. He said to him, Son, you are always with me, and all that I have is yours. But it was fitting to be merry and be glad. For this brother of yours was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. God's putting us all together in a great big picture. Each one of these pieces in this puzzle represents one person. It's not finished. We still have one missing right here. In this little spot right here. We have the one person missing. Are we seeking that person? Are we making connections for that one person to fit in the picture where that person belongs? And I also wanted to point out another thing. The way that the puzzle was done, it was separated. There's letters on the back of each one of the pieces. So each section, this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So I went in and I separated all of the letters, and I did the boundaries of each section. Well, I thought I did the center one, and I got it perfect until I got to here. And this piece right here looks almost exactly like this piece right here. But when I got here, I had them swapped. So that one piece that I was trying to connect to that one, I never could make it fit. And it wasn't until I looked over at this one and I saw that it had the little black part on it as well. And it had the gray and it had the burgundy along with the white. And it looked almost exactly like that one. It wasn't until I swapped those pieces and I put them exactly where they needed to be before I could finish the puzzle. So sometimes we have put ourselves in places where we don't fit, and the others that are around us don't fit. Even though we think we fit in there, we don't. But I just wanted to share my aha moment that we've got a piece of a puzzle. We've got a piece of God's puzzle still out in the world somewheres. And it's up to us as His children to actively reflect Jesus to the world so that we can make that connection and we can bring that peace in where that peace belongs. Anyway, talk to you in the next video.